And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Atlanta Braves. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll here, and on the hill in this one, Charlie Morton.
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
All right, ready to go here. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Rosario makes the catch for the out. One down. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts...
And he got him. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. Angels held in check. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. Back here at the ballpark. And our pitcher tonight, Chase Silseth. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Rude. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Grichuk pulls it down. One away. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. He provides a surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected spots like that?
When you're in the dugout and you see a guy come up big like that you don't necessarily expect it, it just energizes that entire team.
Here's Austin Riley. Kicks and fires. Swing and a foul straight back. Next pitch is outside. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And the Braves go down quietly. Scoreless after one.
Watch me grind. I like go. Anything that foe. I like go. Anything that foe.
Back at Truist Park. And now the center fielder, Mickey Moniak.
Number 16.
He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That one ripped. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for two. And he starts off the second with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Hunter Renfroe at the plate. Ball to strike. Good eye right there.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
That one in for a strike, 2-2. Right side. The flip to the pitcher covering, and Renfroe is retired. Here's Mike Moustakas to hit.
Charlie Morton's got the nickname Ground Chuck because of all the ground balls that he gets, and it's a guy that I think about that curveball. When you think about Charlie Morton, he will throw 5, 6, 7 in a row if he has to.
Legit an Uncle Charlie. And the righty deals. That one off the mark, and that's ball 3.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
And he walked him. Runners on the corners with one gone. So in now for the Angels, Randall Grichuk. Check swing. Did he go? No.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The next offering misses. 3-1.
Ooh, Rusty Valentine umpiring behind the plate in this one. He has what you might call a tall strike zone, both at the letters and down below the knees.
Yeah, and I'm sure that helps a lot of pitchers we see today who like to work up, down, trying to change eye levels and swing path. Hard liner. Rosario pulls that one down. Runner tags for home. Throw is offline, and he scores. On the board first, it's 1-zip.
Sometimes that can be a little tough to score on. It was hit so hard that getting back to the bag to tag takes a little bit of time by the time that outfielder catches it, but a really good job of getting that run in from third.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Albies sizes this one up, and that'll do it. A run, a hit, and a man left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Angels 1 and the Braves nothing. We head to the bottom of the second. Here is Matt Olson.
The first baseman, Matt Olson.
Just off the inside edge. Now front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. The pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
And now it's Travis d'Arnaud at the plate. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Next offering is fouled back. Olson aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. First and second here, no outs. Got him looking for the strikeout. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. Here's Eddie Rosario. And the pitch. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. And here it comes. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there, and with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappears.
Oh, now this ball gets down. Grichuk fires it to the plate. Tag, save. We're tied at 1.
Picks himself up at RBI. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
First and second, 2 outs. And now, Michael Harris. Right-hander kick steals. That one missed. Now this is in the air down the line. And that is a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. Here comes a pitch. And they're all loaded up.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
And it is 2-1.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
This one bounced to Crone. He takes it on his own. 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. All even at 1 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in Atlanta, on to the 3rd inning. Here's the catcher, Chad Wallach. Here's a 1-1. Right side, hard hit. Throw on to Olsen. 1 up, 1 down. And now Luis Rengifo. 0 for 1 so far. That's inside. And a count 2-1.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Tied up here in the early going. Swing and a miss. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Here's Shohei Ohtani. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Next offering is fouled back. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that'll do it. Angels go quietly there. Still tied 1-1. Welcome back. Bottom of the inning. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And a pitch. And 1-2.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's 1 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Next one is off the plate. And that's ball 2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Renfroe makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman.
Here's Matt Olson. He walked and came around to score his first time up. And a 2-1 on the way. There's a strike. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? Sneaks through, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And here is Travis d'Arnaud. Olsen leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering misses, and it's 2-2.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Braves strand one. Score remains deadlocked at 1. And welcome back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, C.J. Cron. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
And down on strikes he goes. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Mickey Moniak, the next to hit for the Angels. The 3-1. That clips the inside corner for a strike. The punch out there. That's the second out. Now it's Hunter Renfroe. He's 0 for 1. The wind and the pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Yeah, Morton originally was drafted by the Atlanta Braves in 2002. He was a 3rd-round pick. Their 1st-round pick that year was Jeff Francoeur. Their 2nd-round pick that year was Brian McCann. 2-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
And ended up winning a World Series with Brian McCann in 2017, but they were wearing Astros uniforms.
The next pitch misses, and the count's full. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric.
Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the 4th, here's a big power threat. Marcell Ozuna. Got him looking for the strikeout. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Eddie Rosario. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Next offering down low and in the dirt. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Number 59 getting ready to go. Loop getting cranked up as well. The 2-2 on the way. Got him. That's his 2nd strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Strike 2. Ball evens the count.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down in order go the Braves. Score remains tied 1-1. Ready now for the 5th inning. So in now for the Angels, Mike Moustakas. The 1-1. And there's a ball.
You know, these Angels just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That's in there. And the count is 2-2. Got him. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
This one popped up. Albies on his way over and puts the squeeze on that. 2 away now. So up next, number 9. He's 0 for 1. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
Good eye right there.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Harris going back on this one. To the warning track, makes the catch. Angels go down 1-2-3. Halfway home, all even. So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new pitcher, number 59.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
You know, these Braves looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. Here's a 2-2. And another ball.
Careful.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. At the belt and fires. That one lifted to left. Grichuk sizing it up. Racing, makes the catch. And there's one down. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
The pitch. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2. The pitch. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. One down, base is empty. On the ground to third. The throw to first. They get the out on Acuna.
Up next for Atlanta.
Ozzie Albies getting ready to hit. Singy, this guy, Ozzie Albies, he is Mr. Personality. So much flair and that giant smile on the field. And now 2-1.
For me, one of the things I really enjoy is just the banter that he has with third base coach Ron Washington, who's helped him tremendously defensively at second base.
2-1 now. And a swing and a miss.
2-2.
And a pitch. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Froze him with the heater at the knees. Braves are set down 1-2-3. We played 5 full. tied at 1 aside. Back here in Atlanta, top of the 6th inning. And here's the catcher, Chad Wallach. Righty delivers. And fouled off. Swing and a base hit. And that's going to roll to the wall. Around first, digging for 2. And he's got a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Wallach stands at second with no outs. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Gotta be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing.
He's making things difficult for himself right now.
Derek Rodriguez gets the call from the pen, and he has some nasty breaking stuff. And here is C.J. Cron, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And it is 2-1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
And he deals. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So first and second with 2 outs. Here's a speed threat, Mickey Moniak, 1 for 2. 1-1 now. Line to right, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now it's Hunter Renfroe. Next offering is fouled back. Two now. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the 3rd baseman, Austin Riley. Kicks and deals. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Jaime Barria appears to be getting loose. Webb warming up as well. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next one just misses. It's 2-2.
It's a good take.
Right-handed reliever. And that one is lifted in the air. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. He makes it safely with a leadoff double in the 6th.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
And now it's even up. Left-hand batter waits. On the ground, right side. And foul ball. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Gone. A 2-run homer, and they jump out front. It's 3-1.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Travis d'Arnaud next up for the Braves. The count 2-1. And downstairs.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
The pitch. Bounce to third. Slings it across. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And a pitch. Struck him out looking.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And now, Eddie Rosario. And now it's filled up. Left-hand hitter waits. Line drive, base hit down the line. And that rolls into the corner. Throws to second. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Back at Truist Park, now the third baseman, Mike Moustakas. The 3-1. Moose checks his swing, appeal to third, and Mike Fillmore right on it. He says he held up.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
That's a strike, and the count is 1-2. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Kirby Yates up and throwing. Jimenez getting loose as well. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And now it's going to be number 9.
Almost drove one out of here last time up. Right out to the warning track. Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Got him! Down on strikes, and he knew it.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
And the righty deals. And that's a little bit high. And that's downstairs and outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Luis Rengifo up next for the Angels. So now 3-2. Popped up. Olsen puts the squeeze on that one, and that is the inning. Angels leave one, and they still trail it here 3-1. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Orlando Arcia. Jacob Webb comes on now.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Hauls it in, and there's one away. Michael Harris will hit next. The 1-1. And that's in for a strike. Just missed. The pitch. Caught him looking for the K. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Ozzie Albies waits on deck.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
2 outs. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves. He has, as they like to say, light tower power. Not a big guy, but a big swing and thunder in that bat. Acuna, the runner at first with 2 gone. Check on the runner. Acuna dives back in. Got him swinging.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Kirby Yates.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
The 1-1. On the inside corner for a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Righty to the plate. Line drive, and out number 1 on the grab. Shohei Ohtani, the next to hit for the Angels.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
Sliced hard but foul. Two now. That's down and in. And the pitch. Line drive, base hit.
The first baseman, number 25. CJ.
One down.
Crone.
And next for LA, CJ Crone. Payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Pickoff throw. Back standing. He's in there safely. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. On the ground right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
The center fielder, number 16. Mickey.
Substitution now at first base. Entering is the pinch runner, Andrew Velasquez. 2 on, 1 out. And next for the Angels, Mickey Moniak. Next one off the plate inside. 2-1.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Move to first. Velasquez back easily.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far. He doesn't look anxious at all.
Back over to first, and he's back in that time as well. That's inside, and the count is 3-1. Hunter Renfroe on deck for the Angels. Kicks and fires, and that's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Joe Jimenez will take over here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Jimenez.
And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. So digging in, Mike Moustakas.
The third baseman.
And here it comes. And now 2 balls and a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Raisel Iglesias, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Licky, a left-hander, also throwing. On the ground, and that's just foul.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Now into the ball game on defense, number 38. He takes over as the new first baseman. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. 1 for 3. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 and 2.
And that one upstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And 1 away.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
Next offering is fouled back. And now it's 3-2. Goes down looking.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Travis d'Arnaud. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. The wind of the pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The next offering misses. The count now 2-2. Just missed.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
3-2 now. On the ground, right side. On to first. That ends the inning. Braves go down quickly here, but they still lead it 3-1. Raisel Iglesias taking over on the mound.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Here's a 1-2. Next offering misses down and away. The wind to kick the pitch. On the ground, right side. Fires to first on the run, and he beats the throw. Very close right there. Number 9, the next to hit for the Angels. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Next pitch is in the dirt, and the count's full. Chad Wallach up next. The tying run at the plate. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that one is out of here. That's gotta feel good. And we're starting over. It's 3-3.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Pinch hitter coming on. Matt Theis. He represents the go-ahead run. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and one gone. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Rengifo. The 1-1 is fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
And now the designated hitter for the Angels, Shohei Ohtani. This guy has turned into a beast. How big a deal is that walk?
I don't think it's a big deal, because if you pitch to the previous hitter with the power he has, you can hit a home run. I think it was a calculated walk. We'll see how it pays off here.
New pitcher coming on, the veteran, number 51. 2 outs, runner at first. Number 38, the next to hit for the Angels. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But some late inning heroics as this home run gets us even again. We're tied now with 3 apiece. It's Major. Staying in the game on defense, Matt Theis. He takes over behind the plate to do the catching after entering the game as a pinch hitter. Jaime Barria gets the ball now.
Now pitching for the Angels.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
And that's a strikeout looking. He's got to be frustrated with that call. And next for Atlanta, Eddie Rosario. Next one misses. Now 3-1. Action in the Angels bullpen. Carlos Estevez getting loose out there. Knocks it down. But plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out. Here's Orlando Arcia.
Number 11. Shortstop, Orlando.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
And the right-hander deals. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Right-hander kicks, deals.
3 balls. Strike.
Michael Harris in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out. And the Braves go down quietly. Score remains tied at 3. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Mickey Moniak. On a strike, the pitch. That's to third. Fires across the diamond. 1 away in the top half of the 10th. So in now for the Angels, Hunter Renfroe. Falling behind 2-1. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Lucas Littke getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. McHugh, a right-hander, loosening up as well. That one in for a strike, 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
All these tosses to first. Angels retired 1-2-3. Nothing across on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. On to the bottom of inning number 10. All tied up at 3. And welcome back. We're in extras here. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris. That catches the zone for a strike, and the count 1-2. The 1-1 is fouled off. One and 2 here. Out to short. Zips it across. 1 out, the bottom of the 10th. Substitution now at second base. And here's the pinch runner, Sam Hilliard. He's the potential winning run, so they're hoping he can score on a base hit. The pitch. Swings through that.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there.
And a swing and a miss. 2 away.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner leads away at second. Pitch misses inside. And that's ball 2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That one missing inside. Man at second. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk. So up next, Austin Riley. Out towards right center field. Moniak. Got a dead run to his left. Can't field it cleanly. In comes the winning run, and the Braves walk it off in extra innings. He scores all the way from first. A terrible job getting it back to the infield, and it cost them a run.
So exciting to see a team walk it off. Not so much fun if you're on the other side, but what a great way to win. These guys are celebrating, and this win is well-deserved.
The 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Angels, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 58 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Truist Park, 41,500. The Braves thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.